sites, youtube.com/JonathanClarke22, the newly redesigned YouTube 1 channel of HEW Entertainment. You can also download our toolbar and download screenshots we took with GreenShot the other day for our website to give you a better idea of what the feel of our website is like. So download our toolbar, check out our screenshots, all the new features we have recently embedded on our official website. There is a lot of stuff going on, and we want your feedback. So let us know what you think of the current status of Summer Rae's character in the WWE. Do you see a prominent future for her? Do you think she's going to be one of the latest disasters distributed for the Divas division? How fun has it got to be for you if you are a fan of the Divas division like I have been, at least for the last 10 years? I will admit to you, one of the only reasons I watch Raw and SmackDown is to follow up on what's happening in the Divas division, finding who the champion is, who the number one contenders are, what kind of matches and what kind of storylines we're seeing in the Divas division. There is room for improvement with creativity in the Divas division, and if you want good women's wrestling to rely on each week, no matter who the match is between, we get one Divas match every week on the all-new NXT, but I think that if you want good women's wrestling, all-new NXT every Wednesday on WWE.com is where that good wrestling is offered, and that's where you can rely on good women's wrestling. It could be a match between Aja Marie and Paige, Paige and Sasha Banks and Summer Rae. No matter who the Divas match is against, I think that you're pretty much guaranteed to see a pure women's wrestling matches apart from what we're being offered on Raw and SmackDown. It's certainly a reprieve, and you can't represent the Divas division any better than what you're currently doing right now, having AJ as your champion in a feud with Caitlyn, having a pure wrestling match to have AJ begin her inaugural reign as Divas champion at WWE Payback, and then you have good women's wrestling on the side on NXT on the other side of the coin, which is a great way to represent your Divas division heading into the premiere of Total Divas this summer on E as part of E's new summer lineup. Head to the official website of the E Network on WWEDivas.com for additional information for this series in its first season, which premieres sometime this July. Quick update for you. We will be covering the premiere of the all-new Total Divas reality series on E as part of their new summer lineup in the coming weeks for a future video distribution on youtube.com/JonathanClarke22. So if you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube or liked any of our videos, make sure you do, and keep checking back for that upcoming video blog, as we'll be talking about the reality series Total Divas, which is going to be giving WWE Divas division a better review than probably anything they've done over the last 5 or 6 years. But right now, the Divas division is in a far better position than it was probably 6 months ago. You go back 6 months ago, and it was really in a compromisable position, a inescapable corner, a proverbial one, at that they had backed themselves into, and it seems to me that they're slowly but surely getting themselves out of that precarious position by signing divas like Summer Rae, Sasha Banks, and Paige as part of the all-new NXT Divas roster, one of the biggest rosters featured on an NXT series since the inception of the show back in 2010, and that goes all the way back to NXT Season 1, an incredible amount of diversity, and how can you not be proud of the evolution of the divas on there? And with how many divas we've seen premiere as part of Raw and SmackDown over the past couple of weeks, we're going to be seeing more of that in the first season of Total Divas, especially with how WWE are going to be at a need to want to promote that and be consistent with that. You're going to have good wrestling as well to promote this, because wrestling matches that are not up to par with the premiere of Total Divas are going to give that Total Divas reality series a very low review, and low ratings are going to be a result of not having good wrestling matches. So you're going to want to keep the title on someone like AJ, who you can pretty much guarantee you're going to get good wrestling matches out of. And you're going to want to keep throwing divas at us, like people like Summer Rae, Aja Marie, and Paige, that pay attention to and review more positively, because by 2015, divas like Summer Rae, Paige, Aja Marie as part of the all-new NXT are going to be divas that fans are going to be talking about even more than they are now. The response that they're getting is going to be magnified, and they are definitely going to be the new wave of the future when it comes to the Divas division, because I really predict that Summer Rae still has the best years of her career ahead for her, and probably an inaugural Divas Championship reign that she'll probably see by at least 2015. So get in on the conversation on our newly redesigned Facebook page, featuring an audio player with up to 5 audio commentaries for you to check out. Facebook.com/HW Entertainment. Subscribe and follow our conversation on there. You can also follow and join in on the conversation on Twitter at JonathanClarke1, and you can watch past video archives of our radio show on the newly redesigned YouTube 1 channel of HW Entertainment, youtube.com/JonathanClarke22. This week's featured video is on the success of Summer Rae, what they've been doing with the many evolutions of her character, and the evolution of the Divas division just weeks away from the premiere of Total Diva on E! Network as part of the new summer lineup for the E! Network. You can go to the official website of the E! Network and WWEDivas.com for additional information on the premiere of that series, which is bound to be one of the biggest and most successful things that the Divas have done, at least over the last 5 to 6 years. That's over half of a decade, putting it into perspective for you, featuring divas like Natalya, the Bella Twins, the Funkadactyls, Summer Rae, Audrey, and Paige as part of the all-new NXT Divas roster. One of the biggest things when it comes to women's wrestling in the WWE and probably the entire professional wrestling industry. How can you not help but review this more positively than when it's been reviewed by wrestling critics who have been jumping all over the current state of the Divas division? I think it's in a better position than it was 6 months ago. If you throw yourself back to there, and it's because of divas like Summer Rae, Audrey, and Paige, and their contributions both on the all-new NXT and, of course, the entire WWE on Raw and SmackDown. It's going to be fun continuing to watch their rapid ascension in the months to come, which is only going to prove to be more prominent than it currently is right now. How can you not help but be impressed? I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke, and I will see you next week. I've got the Pussycat Dolls and Beep coming at you after the break.
When something takes place in the world of professional wrestling, you know where to go. WrestleZone.com. WrestleZone.com. Covering all the latest breaking news daily. Interactive forums where you can chat with thousands of other wrestling fans. Exclusive editorials and audio features by some of today's top wrestling superstars. Exclusive video content, weekly polls, live play-by-play coverage of every WWE and TNA pay-per-view. And now, featuring WrestleZone Radio, live with news, in-depth discussions, debates, and interviews with wrestling's top stars, past and present. When you think wrestling, think WrestleZone. WrestleZone.com.
He considers himself God's gift to wrestling, and millions of his faithful agree. With nearly 4 hours of footage and exclusive commentary and matches, this DVD chronicles Daniel's rise from Chicago's Windy City Wrestling to the Asylum in Nashville, and finally to the top of TNA. TNA Home Video presents Heaven Sent, Hell Bound, the best of Christopher Daniels. Available at most retailers and TNAWrestling.com.
Hey, you right there, the one listening to this show. While you're tuning into this broadcast or when you read the news on WrestleZone.com, are you forming opinions of it all? Or do you just agree with everything you see and hear? If you actually have some sort of afterthought, which, by the way, is normal, we want to know what it is. There are thousands of wrestling fans just like you that simply can't hold their thoughts in either, and they let it all out in our interactive forums. You have a voice, so use it. Simply visit forums.WrestleZone.com. Don't just be active, be reactive in the official WrestleZone.com forums. For all the latest in mixed martial arts, be sure to visit WrestleZone's sister site, SureDog.com. Complete with daily news, exclusive video, interviews, live radio broadcast, interactive forums, and the very popular Fight Finder with bios and complete match-by-match histories of your favorite fighters. SureDog is the only place you need when it comes to mixed martial arts. Visit SureDog.com today.
Hi, my name's Adam Nudelman, but I play the Phantom on the radio. I'm here to remind you that, screw that, my book, Mysteries of Wrestling Solved, is available at finer bookstores everywhere. That stupid fake voice, I hate it. I wrote a book along with Sir Adam Kleinberg called Mysteries of Wrestling. It has the questions that you wanted answered. Why does Steve Austin hate Jeff Jarrett? Are referees really blind and stupid and dumb? Who is actually the toughest wrestler in the business outside of the ring? Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kamala. We get down and dirty with insider facts you've never read about anywhere else. So what are you waiting for? It makes a great stocking stuffer. You're too short, you buy 3 of them, you get tall, you just stand on them. Mysteries of Wrestling Solved by ECW Press, written by Sir Adam Kleinberg and Adam the Phantom Nudelman. Available everywhere. It's done. The plug is done. I'm done. I didn't sell it well enough. There's naked pictures of China in there. Okay? Thank you.
Available now on DVD. John Triton is on the toughest, most important mission of his life.
They have a hostage. It's my wife.
And with everything on the line.
I gotta do something, and I gotta do it now.
Nothing and no one can stop him.
See, I tried to kill this guy twice today.
Now, see the Marine in a whole new way with the unrated version. Get more edge-of-your-seat action, more mind-blowing explosions, more of the Marine. This unrated version features material too hot for theaters, plus special behind-the-scenes features. John Cena is the Marine. Only unrated version. Available now on DVD. Rated version also available.
I know what you're thinking. I'm not a real athlete.
I'm just a wrestler.
I'm 6'10", 328 pounds.
I won boxing's Golden Gloves 3 years in a
I
row.
was a national champion at the University of Miami. My jersey was retired at Florida
I
State.
was the ultimate fighting champion.
When you step through those ropes, bad things do happen. Had over 200 stitches.
I suffered a dozen concussions.
Broken bones.
I've separated shoulders.
Damn near broke my neck.
I've blown out knees.
But I still got up. This is who I am.
This is what I do. I'm not really an athlete.
This isn't real. Try lacing my boots.
Every day I train. Thousands of hours of practice.
Injuries can happen at any time.
My kneecap just kind of blew over to the side of my leg. I've torn the pectoral muscle completely off my shoulder.
I've had surgery 5 times in my left knee.
You do question, can I come back from this? My body, my life is on the line. Don't risk yours. Please, don't try this.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Clarke, the voice of HEW Entertainment Radio. For years, HEW Entertainment has been the #1 professional wrestling news website on the internet for good reason, including